Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com. Now we are going to discuss about the project compressed fingerprint matching and camera identification via random projections. Now we are going to discuss about the abstract of the process. In the usage of the biometrics for the authentication, fingerprint is most commonly used biometric systems. Hence, in several systems we are using the fingerprint for the matching. Fingerprint of each and every person is different, and then hence the authentication can be given the more effectively using the fingerprint images. The extract features were encrypted using the RSA process. The minute points and then PHOG features were extracted from the fingerprints for the extraction of the features such as the PHO features. For the recognition of the fingerprint, the classification based on the classifier like fuzzy nearest neighbor classifier process can be used. The performance of the process can be measured based on the performance like the accuracy and sensitivity. Hence, the overall process is done by using the three major steps like feature extraction, classification, and performance estimation. Finally, the performance of the process is justify our process is efficient or not. And one more thing, the PHOG features will extract from the images, which gives the more stable features from the images, and due to the recognition it will authenticate the persons accurately. Now we are going to discuss about the flow diagram of the process. This is the overall working flow of this process. This process consists of modules such as input, pre-processing, feature extraction, encryption, decryption, classification, finally performance estimation. This is the overall modules we have done in this project. At first, the fingerprint image is taken from the dataset. The dataset is nothing but it consists of the several images, both the authenticated images as well as the unauthorized images also. After getting any one image from the dataset, we have to go to the next stage of the project, that is the minute feature extraction. So in this minute feature extraction, the minute regions will be extracted as a features, then those pixel values are saved as an feature values. After extracting the minute feature from the images, this is the primary features. Then in the secondary features, we have to extract the PHOG features from the image. The PHOG feature is based on the patterns and the color of the ridges, edges, etc. After extracting the PHOG features, those values are also in the form of pixel values that will be stored separately. Then we have to combine the features of minute regions and then the PHOG features to generate the test feature. After done these two modules, we have to go for the encryption. In this encryption process, we are using the RSA algorithm to encrypt the data. After the encryption of the data, it will be the more secured one. So we have to decrypt the data. If the user is the appropriate user, the data will be decrypted using the RSA algorithm. After that, the decryption, the fingerprint recognition will be carried out. This fingerprint recognition actually we have using the FNN classifier for the recognition process. In this recognition, we have two kinds of options. One is the authentication, one is the not authentication. So whether the person is the authorized person means it will go for the authenticated process. Then if the person is not authorized person means it will go for the not authenticated process. Finally, the performance measures. Obviously we know about that performance measures. So in this performance measure, we have to justify our process is efficient or not by performing the performance of classifier. Now we are going to discuss about the initial running procedure of the process. At first, open the MATLAB 2015B and then change the current directory. If you want to execute the process, just right click in the main file.m and select the option run. Now the dataset folder was open. In that dataset folder, you can see the several images from the dataset. You can select any one image from the dataset. After the selection of the image, you just click this button open. Once the image is selected, the process will be done automatically one by one. Now the overall working process was done. I just going to explain the process one by one. Now this is the input image which I have taken as an input from the dataset. This is the raw image. After getting the input image from the dataset, the second step of the process is done, that is the minute feature extraction. You can see the difference between the input image and then the minute feature extractions. So the minute features will extract the each and every ridges and the edges portion separately. After extracting the minute features, the feature value will be in the form of pixel values. Those values are plotted in the table format like this. Now this is the graphical representation of the minute features. This is the numerical representation of the minute features. After extracting the features, we just move on to the secondary stage of the feature extraction, that is the PHOG features. So for example, we are extracting the PHOG in this sense. It will extract the color and orientation and patterns values from the minute regions. The pixels values will be in the form of float values. This will be displayed in this table. After extracting the PHOG features, actually we are extracting two features. One is based on the minute feature, then another one is based on the PHOG features. Then we have to combine these two things together to generate the test feature. So you can see the difference here. So in this one, first of all, the pixels values are extracted, then finally the pixels of the PHOG features are extracted in the float values. So after extracting these two features, we are going to extract the encrypted values. So this is the encrypted values. The pixel values will be encrypted like this. Then this is the decrypted values. The pixel value will be decrypted like this. You can see the difference here. So after the encryption, it will change the data type and everything. So after the decryption, again the original data will be retrieved. So once the encryption and decryption is done, we have to do the authentication. Whether the person is authenticated person means the message box will be displayed like this. The person is authenticated. So after the authentication, we just move on to the final stage of the project, that is the performance measures. In this performance measures, we have three kinds of performance, that is the accuracy, sensitivity and specificity. By using these three parameters only, we can justify our process is efficient or not. Thanks for watching this video.